Listen, so their policy is you can't record in here.
You're NYP now? You're NYPD now?
Always been. Listen,
No.
You have to leave because
Oh, I
you're not
know
allowed
you.
to record in here.
You want to read their policies?
Their policies that you cannot record in here.
The first line.
Their staff is asking us to
I
remove you,
remember you.
and I don't remember you. I don't know.
I remember you.
Oh, that's nice. I hope you like me. Time to go. All right?
Why would I need to leave? I have a right to be here and I'm conducting business.
No, you're not conducting business. And the
I
thing
am.
is that you have to go through.
Read the policy. Right there. I'm handing it to
He
you.
told me.
Who is he?
The security guard, the head security guard said that you need to leave and they have a right to kick you out.
Photography and photocopying policy, right? I'm going to read it to you because if you violate my rights, you can't say that
Sir,
you didn't know.
That's our job.
It's no negotiation.
So you could just ask anybody to leave a public building just because.
Yes.
They want you.
They
What
said
if I was-
they're filing complaints from every staff member on every single floor that you're recording them and you're being a nuisance, and you're not allowed to do that inside
How
the
am I being a
library.
nuisance?
You have to leave.
How am I being a
You are recording them
nuisance?
and you are not allowed to do that inside
So
the
photography
yes
is
or
a
no?
nuisance?
Sir?
Can I speak to your supervisor, please?
They can't record in here, right? You willing to? Nope. All right.
Read this. Handheld cameras are permitted.
Listen.
First
you
line.
have to
Handheld
leave.
cameras are permitted. This is their rules.
You have to.
Why?
Why? Because you are not allowed.
What crime am I committing?
You're not part of any media. You do not have prior permission to record in here. You now have to leave.
I do have
you
permission.
Step out civilly.
I wanna
or
speak
you
to your
wanna make this-
supervisor.
No problem. He's going to
Call
tell you
him.
the same thing.
No,
I'm
he's not.
Gonna tell you.
He's going to honor his oath to the Constitution.
Let's make a bet.
I don't want to deal with you because I already got you on camera.
Go ahead.
Cursing me out, so I don't want to deal with you. I don't want to deal with you. I'd rather deal with somebody that I never had contact with. Because right now,
Get ready, because this situation is hard to believe. What starts as a routine visit quickly turns into a tense dispute over rights, rules, and public accountability that a person enters a public library in New York with a camera, peacefully recording inside a taxpayer-funded building. At first, everything is calm and respectful. No laws are being broken, and no disturbance is taking place. However, the atmosphere changes when staff members express concerns about being filmed. Soon after, officers arrive, not in response to any criminal activity, but because of those concerns. The incident raises important questions about how policies are applied in public spaces and where the line should be drawn between official rules and individual rights. For many viewers, it becomes a discussion about transparency, public access, and the responsibilities of both citizens and authorities.
you didn't investigate at all. You didn't do no investigation. You just went off of his word,
I
right?
want you to respond here.
Why are you asking me to leave a public place I have a right to
They want
be?
you to leave, so you gotta leave.
Okay, what if they wanted me to smack myself? I gotta smack myself?
No, that's different.
Right. I have a right to be here just like everybody else. I'm not being disorderly. I'm walking around peacefully recording. The public workers.
Listen, my lieutenant's on
Can
the way.
I record
He's
you?
gonna explain-
Can I
Yes,
record
you have every
you? So
right
why
to
can't I
record
record
me.
the city workers?
They're not city workers.
They
They're
work-
they're
New York
library
is
workers.
funded.
They're security guards.
The public library is
We are
funded by
police
tax
department.
dollars.
You record me all you want.
I can record government workers in the
can't
course of their
record
duty.
inside here,
Read
no.
case law. You need to read case
Why?
law because
No.
you enforce the law.
My job right now
Do
is
your
to
job.
exit you out of this building.
Why? What crime did I
Because
commit?
They don't want you in here.
Why would they
you're
ask me to leave?
You're being disorderly. You're being
How?
a nuisance, and now you have other people watching.
How am I being a nuisance? How?
You were
By
refusing
simply
to
recording?
leave. They asked you to stop recording.
They never
multiple
asked me to leave.
times.
They never asked me
Really?
to leave.
Because I can ask him, and he can say the opposite.
I have on camera. Have you guys ever asked me to leave since I've been here? Have you asked me to leave? Have you asked me to leave since I've been here? Nope. First thing they said when I came in the building was you could record.
Listen, you can hang out here, wait. You don't
I'm
need to
gonna
argue
wait
it.
for your
My lieutenant-
supervisor.
My lieutenant's going to be here.
Why not
okay?
honor your oath? Why not protect my
I'm
rights?
honoring my oath.
I'm in a
These
public
people-
building.
These nice men called me here, and they called us to escort you out of this building, and that's as far as
Why
I'm
would you-
concerned with
why would
today.
you escort me
We
out
don't
the
need to
building?
continue any more conversation.
You escort me out if
You
I'm
want-
being disorderly, if I'm
Yes.
somewhere I'm not supposed to be, if I'm impeding
They said that
business.
they said you were not allowed to record.
Can I
don't
finish
work
my
for this
sentence?
building, and
From the very start, the officer takes a firm approach. There's little room for discussion, and the focus quickly shifts to getting the individual to leave. The person recording calmly points to the library's posted guidelines, which allow the use of handheld cameras. Despite that, he is instructed to leave the building right away. The situation raises questions about whether everyone involved is interpreting the same rules in the same way. To no point is he yelling or creating a disturbance. He remains quiet and continues recording. Still, that action becomes the center of the disagreement. When he asks to speak with a supervisor, the tension increases even further. For many viewers, the incident highlights a broader debate about transparency, accountability, and how authority is exercised in public spaces. The repeated instructions to leave create a tense atmosphere and leave people wondering whether the response matched the circumstances.
They've asked
Right,
me to
you
do
work
here
for me.
today.
You work for me.
I also work for them.
You work for
So
me.
you understand that, right?
And they're not exercising their rights. I am.
Yeah. No,
Peacefully.
They are peacefully asking us to escort you out.
For what crime?
You're not allowed to record in here.
He just said I was. And it says right here on their policies.
Because he
Read their
He
policies.
actually just said you weren't allowed to record in
He
here.
doesn't know what he's talking about.
Listen, he's the head security guard as far as I'm
Read the
concerned.
policy.
And we were asked to escort you
Read
out.
their policy.
I don't need to read their policy. I don't.
So I'm not
I don't
violating their
abide by
policy,
the
so why would you
library
ask me to
rules.
leave?
I abide by what the security
And I'm not
guards
breaking
say.
the law.
Listen, this is a civil matter, and
I don't want to talk to you no more because this is
retaliation.
retaliation. You're trying to retaliate against me
Retaliate for what?
because I recorded you before. So
I don't remember you ever.
I remember you. I remember you. You work at Midtown South, right?
It's on my press bar.
Yeah, I didn't even look at that. I already know.
It's right here.
If I was somewhere I'm not supposed to be, if I was cursing people out, if I was being disorderly,
Listen, I was here to escort
every
you
time
out
I
of the
talk, you
gas.
cut me off.
Listen, like you said, you
Me
don't wanna
simply
speak, then don't
recording,
speak.
me recording is not a disorder, is not a disturbance.
You're being a disturbance to these people. They
How?
asked you to leave. I don't know.
Because
Listen,
they
I
don't
wasn't
like
here
what I'm
all day.
doing? What if they didn't like my
don't
shirt?
really-
What if they didn't like my religion? They're gonna
Why
escort
is
me
your
out of a
religion
public
getting
building?
involved? This is
Because
just about
this
you
is a
recording
right.
inside
It's
the
called,
library.
it's called freedom of religion. So if I was praying
And the
here,
staff has asked you to leave.
Ma'am,
I don't know what more you want
ma'am,
me to say.
if I
or
was
do.
praying in this library and they didn't like that I was my religion, they wanted me out because I was praying. You want to enforce their feelings, or do I have freedom of religion?
Are you praying right now?
I wanted to.
So
I came to this library for
Go
multiple
ahead and
reasons.
pray.
You want to ask me to leave while I'm praying because they don't like my religion?
What is going on right here? We didn't find you praying.
I'm
You're here
going to pray
escorting
before I
people.
leave.
As the discussion continues, both sides remain firm in their positions. The officers continue relying on their understanding of the rules, while the person recording argues that individual rights should always be carefully considered. AT1 point. An officer states that the situation is about following policy rather than debating constitutional issues. That moment becomes a major point of disagreement and raises larger questions about how rules and rights should work together in public spaces. The person recording repeatedly argues that policies should be applied in a way that respects fundamental freedoms. He challenges the idea that any rule should automatically be enforced without considering broader principles or fairness. For many observers, the incident represents more than a disagreement over recording in a public building. It sparks a wider conversation about accountability, public service, and the balance between maintaining order and respecting individual liberties. The footage encourages people to think about the values and principles that guide both citizens and public officials.
I'm here to conduct business.
The only way
I
I'm
came
leaving-
here to utilize the library for its purposes.
The only way I'm leaving here right now is if my lieutenant tells me you can stay.
Why wouldn't I be able to stay? I'm not being disorderly. All I'm doing is walking around quietly recording the New York City public workers, which I have a right to do. I can record the government while you're at work.
You'll see what my lieutenant says, okay? How about that? Deal? And then
Sure, that's why I asked for him.
And if you're good to stay, then I'll leave.
The
No problem.
Constitution and the law says I'm okay.
Constitution has
What
nothing
you
to do
swore an
with
oath
this
to do.
library. No.
What does the Constitution have to do with?
Business.
Does the Constitution have to do with your job?
Oh. This is.
Does the
they just
Constitution have to do with your
This
job?
has nothing to do with the Constitution.
It does for
this
me.
us asking
It
you
does
to
for
leave
me.
Because they said you're being disorderly, and they're not comfortable with you recording
you
inside
wanna-
here, and they said that you're not allowed to record inside here. We don't
Read
have
their
to.
policies. Read it. Read the first line. Read the first bulletin.
They just gave this to me. That last bullet point says
Let me
no
see.
photographs of the staff, other researchers, or certain reading rooms may be taken.
That's what.
Okay,
they're
they work for the
complaining about.
government. There's case law that I can
doesn't
record
matter.
them.
It
That's
doesn't
part of their
matter.
policy,
That's what we're
and they
here
don't
to
wanna be
explain to you.
recorded.
They said that the staff members don't want you recording.
Okay, I'm still not committing a crime. I have a right to be in a public
And they
building.
have the right to escort you out.
Why would they do that if I'm conducting business?
But you're not anymore. They're asking you to
I
stop.
am though, because I still have to
If you
file
wanna stay in
complaints.
this- if you want to stay in
I
this
still have to
library,
file
fine, but you
complaints.
have to stop though.
I still have to
not-
file complaints, and I still have to do a FOIA request.
You want?
And I still want to pray before I leave.
How do you file a complaint?
On the first floor.
First,
Circulation desk, they'll handle a piece of paper and they'll fill it out.
do you want to go to the first floor?
I was going there before you guys came.
Well, listen, I have no problem you filing a complaint.
If I was committing a crime, then you have a right.
And as time goes on, the tension in the situation continues to grow. The officers insist that taking photos of staff members violates the rules, while the person recording repeatedly asks them to explain which law has been broken. Despite the pressure around him, he remains calm and continues to question the basis for their actions. He responds to each claim with his own understanding of the law and maintains that public policies should be applied in a way that respects constitutional rights. The disagreement is not only about one person with a camera. It becomes a larger discussion about how authority is exercised, how rules are interpreted, and how public officials respond when their decisions are challenged. Throughout the encounter, the person recording emphasizes that policies and procedures should work alongside fundamental rights rather than conflict with them. Meanwhile, supervising officers observe the exchange as the debate over public accountability and individual freedoms continues to unfold.
To escort me out.
They're just
This is a
trying to
public
enforce our
building.
policy.
Yes.
This is
You cannot put
literally
policy
we're
over
showing
law.
it to you.
You cannot put policy over law. What if the policy said no black people? You want to enforce that?
That's
You
not
can't
their
put policy over law.
That's not going to
The,
happen.
gov-
and
the
that's
government
not their
can't
policy.
make the government
Listen,
can't
you
make
wanna
policies
a-
that violate
you
the
wanna
law
make- you wanna
or
go
the
make a complaint
Constitution.
right now? 'Cause we'll walk
Yeah,
down
I'm
with you.
going
Come on.
there. You put policy over law? Since when? Fuck out of here. I recorded libraries in every 5 boroughs, all 5 boroughs. And it's not a problem because it's not against the law. You swore to protect my rights. You're supposed to come here and enforce the law, not their policy.
This floor? One more floor? Okay.
Am I being detained?
Yeah, you're not in cuffs. No, you're not.
So I'm
You're
free.
going and going down to the
So I'm
front
free.
door. No, you
Am I
have
being
to leave.
detained?
You have to leave.
Am I
Being
detained for a
means-
crime?
Being detained means you're being stopped and you're under investigation.
Am I being detained for a
You have to
crime?
leave. I just explained to you not being detained. You do have
All right,
to
then,
leave.
so that means I'm
Are you
free,
listening
right?
to
Anything she's
You're not
I
listening
feel
to
like she's
anything I'm
explaining things
Am I
clear to you,
detained
and you're
for a
like
crime?
the runaround.
Come on.
Am I detained for a crime?
It's gonna go downstairs and you can make a complaint.
You can
to
go
the
wherever you
driver.
want. I'm free. I'm not
We-
detained.
We are going downstairs and you can either leave or you can go make a complaint. They don't want you in here. They have a right to not have you in here. If you want to take that up civilly, go right ahead and you can make a complaint and start that.
After a lengthy discussion, the officers present a clear choice: leave the building or face possible legal action. The person recording maintains that he has not violated any law and believes the situation stems from differing views on the library's policies and procedures. Remaining calm, he notes the officers' names and badge numbers, confident that the entire interaction has been documented on camera. What began as a quiet visit to a public facility has turned into a broader debate about individual rights, public policies, and government accountability as he leaves. It is clear that he sees the encounter as something larger than a personal disagreement. In his view, it reflects the challenges that can arise when citizens question official actions and seek transparency from public institutions. For many people, moments like this spark important conversations about balancing public order, constitutional principles, and the role of accountability in a democratic society.
Their policy says right here, no.
I don't care about their policy, bro. I don't care about their policy, bro.
May be taken.
I'm not breaking the law.
That's exactly what you're doing in here.
I'm not
And
breaking
they
the
have a
law.
right to escort you out because you
No,
are
they don't.
exactly violating.
No, they don't.
You're violating the
No, they
staff
don't.
members.
I have a constitutional right to record in public. It's called the First Amendment. It's called the First Amendment.
You gotta get out.
You know what the Constitution is? The highest law of the land. You can't put a fucking library's policy over the Constitution. Are you crazy? You swore over to the Constitution. You didn't swear over to the library's policy. And if they deny me public services, I'm gonna sue them. If you violate my rights, I'm gonna sue you. You ain't swear over to the library's policy. You forgot what your oath is to? The Constitution. Smug ass. Took an oath for what? Where's your lieutenant at so I can speak to him?
He's on his way. He's on another job.
He probably has more pressing matters than somebody exercising their rights in a public building. Listen, what? Are you gonna honor your oath?
It is what it is. I'm
So what
honoring
is
my
it?
oath. They
No,
asked
it's
me to
not.
escort you out.
Let me
Right
ask you a
here,
question.
You violated their policy.
Let me
Yes
ask you
or
a
no?
question. Can you put that
Yes
policy
or
over the
no?
law?
Did you not violate their policy that's right here, circled
What's
and
higher,
shown
that
for
that
you?
policy or their law?
This is their right. This is their building. This is their
This is our
establishment.
building. It's the people's
It's
building.
their
It's
establishment,
a
and they
people's
have a
building.
right to escort
It's
you
a
out.
public
now,
building.
I'm here to do this civilly.
I pay
and I don't wanna
taxes to
force
be
you
in this
out of here,
building.
okay? My lieutenant's pulling up. Is that him right there?
This situation highlights why documentation and public transparency matter. Video recordings can provide an objective record of events and help ensure that different perspectives are heard and examined fairly. Accountability is not always easy, but open discussion and public awareness play an important role in a healthy society. Staying informed, understanding the law, and knowing both your rights and responsibilities allow people to engage more confidently with public institutions. Many believe that transparency helps build trust and encourages fairness for everyone involved. When events are documented and openly discussed, communities have a better opportunity to learn from them and improve future interactions. The key message is simple. Stay informed, ask respectful questions, understand your rights, and support accountability through lawful and constructive means. An informed public is an important part of any democratic society.
Well, he could come find me.
That's not him. That's traffic with the lights on.
You put policy over law?
I'm putting them right now.
Of course you do.
This is my job.
Of course you do.
This is
Of
what I'm
course
here for.
your job is to
Do you
enforce the
wanna
law.
go? Do you want to make a complaint?
Your job is to enforce the law. Is there a law being broken right
Do
now?
you want to come?
What law am I breaking?
Do you want to make a complaint?
Yeah,
Walk away
don't.
from my
Yeah, avoid that
lieutenant?
question.
Come on.
Avoid that question. What law am I
I've
breaking?
already answered you multiple times.
What
You're
law am I
being
breaking?
disorderly. You're not
How?
under arrest. You
How
are
am I-
not
how am I
under
being
arrest.
disorderly, ma'am?
Because you're violating
recording?
their policies.
Photography
right here,
isn't a
right
crime
here.
in
Look,
public.
No photographs of the staff, other
Photography
researchers,
isn't
or
a
certain
crime in
reading rooms may
public,
be taken.
and you can't
wanna
turn
watch
photography
the
into-
Why'd you show us that piece
You
of
can't
paper?
turn
Now that
photography
now that
into
we
a
pointed
crime.
that out, now it doesn't
You
matter.
can't
Now
to
that
show
piece
you
of paper
how
means nothing.
because I record in libraries all over the city.
You're contradicting
Because I have the
yourself.
right to.
You're contradicting yourself.
No, I'm not. I'm following the law.
Yes, you are.
The law that you swore to protect. You enforce the law. You
That's
enforce
what we're
policies.
doing.
So
That's
what
we're
law
doing.
am I
We're doing our
breaking?
job.
What law
You're
am I
being
breaking?
disorderly.
How? By
The
recording?
lieutenant is right here.
Okay. Is he going to help me file my complaint?
He keeps saying he's violating his rights, that we're violating his rights because he's clearly breaking their policy that says no photographs of the staff, other researchers, or certain reading rooms may be taken. And he's saying we're violating his constitutional right that he's allowed to record in here, and their policy doesn't matter. And he requested you because
How you
we're
doing?
violating his rights.
All right.
Or this is what I said. I said you can't put their library policy over the law. I'm not breaking the law, which means I have a right to be here. It's a public building.
Okay.
My taxes fund.
Finally, after endless back and forth, they give the order. Leave or face prosecution. No law broken, no complaint filed, just feelings disguised as authority. The auditor calmly collects their names and badge numbers, knowing the camera has already captured everything that matters. What started as a peaceful visit ends as another example of how easily citizens can be stripped of rights in plain sight. As he walks away, you can hear the disbelief in his voice. He knows this isn't just about him. It's about every person who dares to hold power accountable and gets punished for it.
Is that the library doesn't want you at this location?
Why? Because I'm exercising my rights in public.
You have to
I'm conducting business in this building, and once I finish my business, I was going to leave.
I know they don't want you here anymore.
I have to file a complaint. I have the right to redress my government.
I know, but you have to do that. If you could probably file a complaint outside, but you have to leave. They don't want you here.
Am I breaking the law?
Well,
Nobody asked me to leave. You guys are the first person that came up to me.
you have to leave.
So if I don't leave, I'm going to get arrested?
Well, yeah.
I need to hear you say that. If I don't leave this building, what's going to happen?
They're going to prosecute you.
You're going to arrest me?
No, the New York City Public Library is going to prosecute you.
Okay, so I have a reasonable amount of time to leave, don't I?
We're actually now. Can you please leave?
Okay, I can't leave through that way. I got to leave through this way.
Which way? That way?
And I still need the information that I came here to get.
I'll give you
Are you going to help me with that?
Yep. Whatever you need outside.
All right. I need all your cards
Yeah, cool.
and all of your names. So you're saying that you could just trespass people from public for no crime?
They don't
No
want you at this
crime.
location.
No crime. It doesn't matter what they want. I'm not breaking the law.